All right, this from the Bleacher Report. Browns' top trade assets. They go with Amari Cooper, Nick Chubb, and Jack Conklin. Cooper and Chubb provide a lot of cap relief while potentially bringing back a valuable pick. Wide receiver is a need. Dealing Cooper would free up $12.6 million cap space. Nick Chubb would net $11.8 million in cap space. I won't say there's no way. I would be stunned if they moved either. I mean, Cooper and Chubb are who you're counting on as two of your top three playmakers when Chubb gets healthy. Conklin and Chubb are coming off major injuries. They're not. There's a narrative that everybody thinks they have all these cap issues. They restructured two contracts, and they've got probably as much money as they want under the cap.
Yeah, I mean, everything you said is right, Dave, but my first reactions are nobody's going to trade for those guys. Nobody's going to trade for those contracts when the Browns don't conceive, or, the argument is the Browns don't want those contracts. So why would anybody else want those contracts, especially with Chubb and Conklin, the injury history that they've had, right? And Amari Cooper, to me, he's making $20 million next year. So I don't know what the cap ramifications are, but I think the team that traded for him will be hit with $20 million. So nobody's trading for Amari Cooper for $20 million unless they're going to restructure the contract, And if that's the case, and they're going to have to pay him and restructure, you're not going to get anything big back for him. I mean, the Browns traded for him a couple of years ago when he was younger, and all they did was give up a fifth-round pick, right? So I don't think any of those three guys is going to have any value on the trade market. Now, we can talk about how the Browns have to massage those contracts to make them stick, especially with Amari Cooper. I think you have to do something. They're not going to have a $20 million cap hit again with Cooper, so I think there's going to be an extension or a restructuring something. But I'd be stunned if they traded any of those three guys.
Yeah, I agree with you. And think about right now, there's no other option that's, exciting as a wide receiver other than Amari Cooper. You're off a cliff to the next guy.
Right. I mean, I don't know if we're talking about today, but they're going to need to add a receiver, right? Whether they had a number one and Cooper slides down to number two, or they had two guys and get rid of Cooper, cut Cooper to save money. I think there's a bunch of scenarios in play there. But if you just look at their roster right now, they cannot live without Amari Cooper.